Hey everybody, it's me, Mr. Roberts, coming to you live from my office at home. I hope you guys are doing well and you've been holding up well, getting some extra time off from school. I know this is a little unprecedented and a little strange to be setting up classes virtually here, but we're doing the best we can. So by now you guys are all aware that Village Tech's facilities are closed until further notice or closed indefinitely. But as of this morning, we are open for business virtually. So I hope you guys can extend a little bit of grace and patience as the teachers are trying to get this set up and figure out the best way to communicate with you guys and just get classes going. But I wanted to cover a few things, specifically assignments for this week, and then kind of how I'm planning on running my class in the coming days until I figure out kind of the best way to do this. So obviously we're doing remote classes. And the obvious question with that is, okay, how does remote learning affect our plans for the semester? For our class, we were planning on doing a bunch of group projects, so it kind of switches things almost entirely, at least as it looks right now. So basically, we'll be switching to individual assignments. If there's a way that we can do some sort of collaborative assignments moving forward and we can figure out the logistics to make that happen, I'd love to do it. But for right now, it's going to be individual based assignments. Still working on the specifics as far as what projects and assignments we're going to be doing in the coming weeks, depending on how long we're out of the classroom. But rest assured, there will be assignments, and we are still doing STEM Practicum. All right. So unfortunately, fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, there's still going to be STEM Practicum assignments. It's just not going to look like it would have been if we had been in class, obviously. Couple things to cover. Office hours. I will be available on Google Hangouts from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday every week. What I will likely be doing is sending an invite to that recurring meeting, and you guys will be able to go to that invite and log on there, and it'll basically be a group chat. I'll be available on video and audio. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, feedback, whatever, I'll be there during that time every day. And then obviously, oh, I got a notification here. Obviously, you guys can email me anytime. You can also text me at my Google number that the school has provided for me. That's 903-326-1086. All of this stuff is going to be listed in the description below on this video as well. You can text me, but please keep texting to regular school hours. So that would be between 8:30 a.m. and 4:15. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then 8:30 to 12:30 every Wednesday. I'd like to keep some semblance of regular work hours. If you text me not during regular school hours, if it's not an emergency, I'm not going to be getting back to you until the following morning. If you email me, I may get back to you in the evening. I might get back to you first thing in the morning. That's going to be how it normally has been. Okay. In fact, I'll probably be more responsive, obviously, with email than I may have normally been when we're in class because I'm not seeing you guys, right? So that's how communication is going to work right now. If those things change at all in the coming days, and obviously I'll let you guys know kind of what you can expect for changes. We're going to figure out how to do this connecting through technology thing as we go. The POL. I'm sure some people are cheering that they don't have to do a POL. We are still having a POL. In fact, you're going to be doing a virtual POL. It's not a big deal. Don't worry. You're not going to have 1,000 people signing into some chat thing. You're basically just creating a video that you're going to submit to me. So this week's assignment, if you look on the email that you will have been sent that this video should be in on Monday morning or Sunday night, then you should have a separate document that gives you the instructions on that. The follow-up question to that, I'm sure for some people is going to be, well, what about the materials that we were preparing for the POL? Obviously, we're not going to be printing those out, putting them on pro panels and doing a presentation, but I do need you guys to finish any materials that weren't finished. So between now and Wednesday of this week, I will be updating my list to make sure that I've got everything organized and I'm not asking you guys for things that you already turned in, but you are going to be required to get that stuff turned in. As far as the due date is, I know we had talked about after break, you were going to be a day late, after break, and then so on and so forth. And every day you're going to lose a half letter grade. I've extended the grace period on that until Wednesday of this week. So you're only one day late if you didn't get it done before spring break, until Wednesday. of this week, on Wednesday of this week, the 25th, you will start to be extra days late and you'll start losing your grade on those materials, okay? Most people have already turned them in. I'll be sending out updates to remind people who haven't turned stuff in yet. That's pretty much all I can think of with that. Other than that, is the luncheon still occurring? The luncheon is indefinitely postponed, canceled, whatever you might want to say. If it does occur, it will not happen when we intended it to, because that date's already passed, and it obviously will not happen until we return to campus, but more than likely it's not going to happen at all. So sorry for, I know some of you guys actually were looking forward to that and to meeting with your internship partners again and experiencing that, so I'm really sorry, but obviously this is all out of our hands. For John, are we still having for John? Hopefully in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, not being in the classroom, not working in groups kind of throws a wrench in what our plans were for the junior class, which we were supposed to be talking about after we came back from spring break. So that's going to be different if anything happens at all. Hopefully, we can still do something. We can get creative and come up with some way to do some sort of individual or collaborative, virtually collaborative projects and present them in some way, form, or fashion. We don't know when we're getting back on campus yet. One of the issues with doing, big group projects for 4John is there really wasn't going to be that much time. There was enough time, but not a whole lot of time to get an entire group project done, even if we were going to be in class together. So this kind of throws a wrench in that. So hopefully something will happen, and hopefully it can be something that's pretty cool and unique this year. But as of yet, I don't really have any specific instructions, guidelines, ideas that have been given to me about how we might be able to make some sort of 4John experience work, considering the limitations that we have now because of this. Lastly, this week, I want to talk to you about Spanish. Spanish remains the same. The pacing calendar has been adjusted by 1 week through, I believe, the beginning of April. I'll begin adjusting it if it seems like we're going to be out of school for a whole lot longer than, the month of April. Then I'll start adjusting that. You guys are still responsible for keeping up on that. I'll extend a little bit of grace on the writing things. If you're having issues on your computer, but you can get it on your phone. Obviously, you can't do the writing portions. Maybe I'll talk to Mrs. Badani about not requiring that for you guys to get done, depending on what the situation is, but we'll feel that out as we go forward. This week, you should be working on Unit 7. You should be finishing Lesson 2, the pronunciation, writing, vocabulary, grammar, and listening sections. And then you should be working also on Lesson 3. This is Unit 7, Lesson 2, finishing it, and then Lesson 3, core pronunciation, reading, grammar, speaking, and review, okay? Again, Lesson 2, I did list writing on there, but if you can't get on your computer, you're obviously not going to be able to do the writing thing. We'll figure this out as we go. This is still a work in progress trying to figure this out. Please look at that virtual POL assignment. If you have questions about it, if there's anything that's unclear, reach out to me. Like I said, you can text me at my Google number, listed below, listed in the email that I sent to you. You can email me, and you can also catch up with me during my office hours on Google Hangouts. All right. And if anybody's having any issues with connecting on Google Hangouts, anyone's having any issues connecting in any way, shape, or form, you sent me a whole bunch of texts or emails and I didn't, get back to you, keep trying. But you can also try reaching out to another teacher and saying, hey, I'm trying to reach Mr. Roberts and I'm unable to reach him. So can you help me? It's possible that I might be missing something, especially if you try to get a hold of my Google number. If those are brand new to us, so whether or not texting works really well in there and everything, I'm not sure. Anyway, just wanted to touch base with you guys. If need be, I may start making a weekly video for you guys to make sure that for those of you who prefer listening to something over reading a bunch of words, hopefully this is helpful. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're ready to get to work. I hope you've enjoyed your time off. I hope your families are doing well through all this. I know I'm getting a little bored of being at home, which is surprising for me to say because I'm usually pretty much a homebody. But I'm ready for us to get back to work, and I'm ready for you guys to get back to work. So, again, you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys.